Baldur's Gate 3. We are still in Act 1. I am Sammy. This is Sammy. You are Sammy. We are all Sammy. There it is. See? I told you we are all Sammy. So when we last left off, I had a few brutal fights that really knocked me out quite a bit. I desperately needed to go to camp. We chatted with a few of our friends. Gale revealed that he's got a condition where he has to eat magical items. So I've been trying to find the lowest quality magical items to turn into meals. Because, you know, everything else I want for me. And it should be yummy to have those delicious items. In terms of our journal, our main quest is still finding a cure. He would not take a magic mushroom, the big jerk. I would take the magic mushroom. I would go and have wonderful adventures, but Gale, no. He would only take the magic wand. Anyway, our main quest is still to find a cure for our brains. We have 4 options. We could go for Nettie. We spoke to her. She was not into it. She was going to kill us. That was her thing. There is a goblin priestess. We could ask her. The goblins also have captured the druid Halsam. We can ask him. And then there is the Githyanki Kresh that, what's her name? Lae'zel wants me to go to. But what's the fun of, you know, these types of things, these role-playing games, if you're only doing the main quest? No, we're gonna do some of the side quests. So part of our main quest is finding Halsam and rescuing him for the druids. We gotta find Doni. I don't know who that is. We want to see the dragon's lair. Okay, so this is a quest that I'm unfamiliar with. I have said in the past that I have played through Act 1 once, like 2 years ago, never got any further, but I have already found some things that I have never seen before, and I'm thinking investigate the beach. Ah, that's right. That was completely new for me. We found the harpies, there was a kid, and now we gotta find Doni. So maybe it's going to be in our map, and we can take a look to see. But as Blazin says, we got to do all the side quests. This was our last hard battle here. Looking at our map, we've got Save Arabella. Whoops. I forgot. We got to finish the little girl's quest. Okay. And Doni. Okay. Everything has come flooding back. I know what we're doing. We're gonna head back to the Grove to deal with all of that. First, I'm gonna do some exploration. Because this is a role-playing game. And I must explore and loot everything! Okay, nothing there. Now, clearly, I can jump all the way across. And this will likely lead to, like, a back door to the Grove. But it'd be interesting... Oh, maybe it won't. Maybe it's only this pile. But I bought a shovel. I could have found one. I bought one. I didn't want to keep looking for a free shovel. Come on, let me have the box. There it is. 41 more gold. It's worth 30 gold. Let's do it. And we'll grab one of those. Okay, now I had it in my head that maybe this was going to be connected there. But clearly it's not. Yeah, I can't jump down. Come on, stop fighting me. And I can't jump there. Okay. Yep, everybody carefully jump from platform to platform. Nobody push each other off. We'll give everybody a chance. Every time they jump, my controller shakes. So I imagine everyone in my party is very heavy. We're causing little micro earthquakes just by walking around.
So, Gith, aren't you worried your kind will punish you for consorting with us?
My name is Lae'zel Chucky.
I'm glad they get along so well.
Will understand my need for servants. They will help you, but only if I ask.
Lae'zel, I'm not your servant. Okay, back here again. Let's go find the family.
You ever scare me like that again, and I'll feed you to a knoll.
Amen.
I'm fine. Stop it.
Our little Hellion told us what happened. Thank you. Don't know what we'd do without her.
You'd be married without children? I think that's generally what it means when you are together without kids. Let's see. I hope we'll meet again under better circumstances. I saved your daughter. Got anything to thank me? This could have ended badly. No more light-fingered antics. No, I didn't. But that's good that it sounds better today because I didn't do anything to it. I'm gonna stick with what I've been sticking with. I don't like to be mean to people. I don't like to shove things in their faces. So let's just leave on good standing and hope that we get to meet again soon.
Likewise. Arabella?
Thank you for helping me.
Yay!
What were you thinking?
I was trying to help.
Okay. So, Blazin says that usually in a game like this, they'll have the good and the evil. I think that the whole reason for this game is to be broader than just a good and an evil, and there are neutral styles of storytelling that you can go through. Plus, and I didn't explore this on Monday when we created our character, you can play as one of the Eternal characters. So if I wanted to, I could have started the game as Shadowheart, and she's who we are seeing the story told from, essentially. Which means that there are going to be some quests that are unavailable because it wouldn't make sense. And then other quests are going to be radically different because you're seeing them from these characters' perspectives.
My job too. The druids don't care about us.
That necklace will probably get ed up.
After ourselves.
Nom 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 nom. All right, Donnie.
He stares right past you, as if you're invisible. Or boring.
Donnie, isn't it? I want to see the dragon's lair.
He nods, then reaches for a concealed hatch.
Hey, thanks for showing me the door. Poor Donnie. I'm not gonna taunt him. Maybe he's not able to speak. Like, why would I... Hello? Hello? God, I hate those types of people. There are some of these dialogue options where I can picture a real human being saying those things. And that's when I get a little grumpy, because I don't like that type of real human being. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, I see. All right. I don't need Gale at all. I know where I am. All right, let's go yell at him. This is the kid that stole from me earlier. I could steal from them. No, I'm not going to steal from them. Murkon. Oh, you're the one I saved.
So I wrote you a story.
Oh. Oh. Aren't you the clever one? That's very kind. I think that is a genuine answer from my part.
I hope you like it.
I bet I will. Okay, let's open our inventory and look for this story. Is it Book of the Dead Gods? I doubt it's gonna be a book. There it is, Murkon's story. You guys are gonna get a freebie. I'm gonna read it. Once there was a boy on a beach, like the tree. He saw there was a harpy nest. He was a very good climber. He wanted to climb to the top and steal from the harpy nest. But the harpy was very mean. She sang a song and the boy forgot what he was doing. But then an adventurer passed by. The adventurer was very strong and killed the harpy in one blow and saved the boy. The boy was very cold and scared. He was standing in the water, so he was very cold. But the adventurer had saved him. The boy thought the adventurer was amazing. The boy wanted to be like the adventurer. He wanted to be strong and save people and never be scared again. Just like the adventurer. The end. That's adorable. Murkon, you're the best. Now, I didn't want to go yell at Murkon. I wanted to yell, it's not at Zaki. It's probably that one walking by.
Mull thought of a hobgoblin all by herself.
I loved it. I loved it. I loved all the misspelled words and all the cute little things.
Well, look who's come to visit. My kids say you've been busy since you got here. Messing with our business. Yeah? You scared the life out of little Sylphie. Now, you're going to pay for it.
I mean, he was on the beach, but there were a lot of trees nearby, and I don't know how to identify beach trees. Maybe. Let's see. You're about as intimidating as a flail snail in a salt mine. I don't think I'll be paying for anything. Bye for now. So -1 or just flat persuasion. I'm going to try to read her mind. Usually people, if you fail this, people know you were trying to get into their heads. And usually they don't like you afterwards. Yeah, let's do that. It's a flat roll. I'm not going to, make them hate me. That would be perfect, but they won't, we don't get to control tone. Not yet. Not yet. Maybe in a couple of game generations, you'll be able to speak these options and the tone that you use is able to be interpreted. That would be cute. All right, let's beat a 15 real fast. We did not beat a 15 real fast. I remember there was one in the PS3 era that was a squad-based shooter, and you were the squad commander, and so you would shout commands, and your AI squad would presumably follow those commands. I don't even remember the title of the game. Clearly, it did not do that well.
Is that right? Fine. You get one more chance.
Thank you, Mole.
We're done here. Get lost.
I didn't want to talk to you, I guess.
When do I get to run the ring scan?
You're not supposed to be here.
And yet I am, Sylphie.
Don't shake me again. Help! You can't be here. This is our hideout.
Is Mole gonna come back and fight me or yell at me? Nope, Mole's just on a regular path. Okay. I don't know a lot about D&D lore, but I do know once upon a time you became a tiefling because you were cursed by a demon. Either you owed them something or they were just malicious and they wanted to curse you. Regardless, you were devil touched if you had the horns. That was the old lore. And then I think it was the most recent update to 5th edition where the player's guide said tieflings can now be born. That they are not necessarily made. They are still made. There are ones who are there, but they can be born. And when I started playing this game, I was under the assumption that all tieflings had to be made. So I'm seeing all these children tieflings, and I'm like, this is a tragic universe. There are demons in the 9 hells coming to the earth plane and cursing children and turning them into tieflings. But I'm pretty sure Larian had it in their head that tieflings are born, only a few of them are made. I'm sure that has nothing to do with what we are about to experience in the near future. I'm just saying it out loud. Demons gotta do what demons gotta do. All right, Will, as always, cast that ritual so that you can speak to animals, because I want to see what these guys have to say about their friend.
Another one. What are you under there, then? Ant? Or rocks?
Underwear. He made me say underwear! Damn it! Damn it! He made me say underwear! Okay. Let me take a quick note about that. Okay. Where'd my controller go? I think the game froze briefly. Let's see. I'm glad that Bonnie enjoyed the underwear. Aurochs describes me well, yes. Ant, are you... maybe I am an ox too. I'm gonna go with what are you talking about? I know what he's talking about. I know which one is not an ox.
The keepers of this place. They change their form.
I didn't know what he was talking about.
They become birds to hunt on the wing. Bears to tear flesh with teeth. But for me...
Aww.
Only same old hay, and I cannot even eat it because the horned ones hide their shiny bits inside.
Shiny bits? The tieflings put something in your hay?
Hiding things, thinking they're clever, not clever.
I wonder where
I eat the shiny bits, and they have to go looking for them on the other end.
Oh! Oh! It just... waves of understanding just came over me. You may have been able to see it. Do you remember yesterday's stream? And you can watch that today in the present on YouTube. We were talking to the bird. The bird had a bunch of coins. We could have stolen the coins, but the bird was trying to, decorate their hay. I think the ox has found hidden gold and has decided to just eat it to be spiteful. I don't think he's eating it because he likes the gold. I think this ox is specifically spiteful to breeders and farmers and whatnot. That's great.
Be gone. I am hungry.
I wanted to ask about this one. All right, now this one I should not be able to speak to because this one is not actually an ox.
You're addressing me, a humble ox.
Oh yeah, I've got speak with animals. Never mind.
Quaint.
I think that he knows. I'm gonna use Arcana. If I get a chance to roll the dice, I want to roll the dice. That's what I'm into. No, don't curse me like that. Oh, 1 is in the choice. I thought you were wishing a critical fail. but I got a mutated 20.
Something's off. This creature isn't what it appears to be.
There's more to you than meets the eye. Care to explain?
You are incapable.
Okay. Since I am playing as Will right now, I gotta pay attention. So he is proficient in charisma, so persuasion is better. But I could also get intimidation. All of these are going to be... No, never mind. I am not proficient in deception. Come on, old chap. I'm a devil for gossip. I don't want to make a threat. I'm not going to make a threat. You're right. Even Will, I think, as a hero, is more likely to be persuasive than intimidating or deceptive. He's the Blade of the Wilds. And he's very charismatic.
I'll tell you this much. I'm going to Baldur's Gate, with or without the rest of these poor sods. Now, that's all I have to say besides, and I really mean this, move.
I like that.
I mean, move.
That doesn't matter.
Oh, what's going on over here?
You would choose strangers over us?
Okay.
Not what I said.
Can we stop shouting?
Dang it, they're gonna be noisy no matter what. Let's go ahead and chat with him and then I'll talk.
Can't just leave. They're kin.
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once. Can we all just take a moment, please?
Okay.
What's the point in blades and spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay. These people aren't fighters.
We've got a vote for stay and help,
Yell louder. That's fine too.
and a vote for leave, and then a vote for, come on guys, let's all get along. Okay. I usually go with my class or, class, not racial quality, because orcs don't fit the vibe I'm going for, but monks do. I could say nothing and listen in. And I hate this option. You're absolutely correct. I want them to stay. I'm not persuasive, but I'm not unpersuasive. I'm at a flat 0 on persuasion. And I just don't think it makes sense to leave the choice to them. I want them to stay and fight. Protect the people. If you're a hero, be a hero. That's what I say. That's what I say to everybody. Go be a hero. And I mean it too. I mean it to the tune of a mutated 20.
Thank you. It's the right thing to do, and you know it.
She's right, Roland. We're better than this.
Zergan.
Fine, I'll stay too. Lest you both end up with your throat slit by Goblin Blade.
Thank you, Roland.
Speaking of goblin blades, I'm about to go deal with that. Okay, so I mentioned that this is like an alternate reality version of the last save file because I accidentally deleted the original. Long story, listen to it in the last episode. I thought that in this alternate version, I accidentally killed those dudes.
I have a mind to end their misery myself.
See, when I saved Lae'zel, I had to kill people. Maybe I did that in the original, and I didn't kill them this time. I can't remember. But I think the people who captured Lae'zel were different than those people, regardless. Okay, we are finally out of the grove, and let's take a quick look. There is a whole lot of nothing in this area, and a whole lot of somethings all throughout these areas. I found Mole. Why didn't they let me finish that? Was it us who died? Us did die. Us for sure died. Us, the brain character. I was not able to convert us to my side. And then us went and fought me in the very next chamber.
My responsibility to cleanse myself.
Take
You
it.
pursued the Nautiloid. Perhaps they were trying to free you.
Perhaps.
A vain notion.
Perhaps.
Burden to my queen.
Gosh, they're always talking. Okay, so we didn't officially leave the Emerald Grove. There's still a few things. In particular, for some reason, I still need to find Mole, even though Mole just yelled at me. But it's still the... I can check the journal before we go back into the Dragon's Lair. I don't know why I am able to remember certain things in video games, and then everything else is just beyond me. But for some reason, calling this the Dragon Lair clicks perfectly. It's fine. I get it. Makes sense. And if that makes sense to you, why don't you hit that follow button? We're trying to get to 100 followers, and you could help us get there by hitting that button. I have to be here. I gotta talk to Mole again. Well, don't hit it then.
Little slow on the uptake, aren't you?
No, it's just my journal says I have to talk to you. Yes, my journal says I have to talk to you. All right. Okay, so I did find Mole. And I spoke to Mole, and Mole doesn't want to speak to me. Mole is grumpy with me. Mole is mad. So I wonder what else I'm supposed to do with Mole. Maybe... Does anybody have Disguise Self? Doesn't look like that one. Concussive Smash. That's not the way to go. Duplicity.
Sharp as ever.
Do you have... Nope, that's Vicious Mockery. Okay, the only one who would have it would be Gale. So I guess we're going to have a side quest that cannot be completed because I can't figure out how to talk to Mole in a way that makes Mole want to talk to me.
Got caught. We have to lay low for a while.
Okay. I also thought maybe I could get up on that ledge up there. All right, well, shut up. You were caught fair and square. All right, ignore that quest marker. Apparently there's nothing I can do about it. We are stuck with what we got. And I'm pretty sure. Okay, so ignore that quest marker. The next one was Return to Zevlor. Oh... I think I'm going to ignore that one. That was the druid telling me she is not going to help the tieflings. There is nothing I can do to change her mind. And she wanted me to go back and tell Zevlor. I'm not going to do that. Instead, I want to find Karlach. Which means I think I have to go down this way, outside, and then up and around. And then we're back to that issue of if I go that way... Why not continue exploring those areas that don't have any quest markers? Okay. Someone's yelling, I already told you I don't have blah blah blah. I wanted to see who that was.
Remember, you have teeth and claws. Use them. Look at them beaming. You did that.
Sometimes I hear people talking and I think that means that the game is trying to draw my attention, that it is trying to get me to go speak to someone. Oh, I was hoping somebody would hear me trying to get in and open the door.
This is ridiculous. Catch me and I'll bite your fingers off. I will.
Okay, who is that? Who is screaming about biting fingers off? Those are the guys that I just told to stay. There is a very upset child somewhere around here. Could be. But Mole's in the dragon's lair. Alright, well, it doesn't matter. We've got a world to save. And the best way to do that is to completely ignore everything that the world has asked me to do. Could just be someone out of reach just offering flavor.
Lizelle, how would you punish someone who wronged you?
Wrong me how?
Oh, say murder or theft?
Killing is good. It culls the weak. But theft would be paid for painfully, 1,000 times over.
These tracks. Goblins?
Ooh. Alright, so I found a stone door and goblin tracks. Maybe what I should be doing is getting sneaky. Oh, sneaky. There we go. Everybody be sneaky. Interesting. Okay. So that might just be what it was. Maybe somebody was up on like an upper ledge. I just don't know. I don't know. One day we'll go back and we'll find out. But for now, I'm going to be sneaky in this underground passage.
Glowing eyes are rarely a good sign.
Because there are traps.
Let's be careful.
Okay. No sign of the others yet. You think the fight up front went bad? Okay.
Well, at least we got the druid to keep ourselves entertained.
Okay. What are you perceiving? What are you perceiving?
Be wary. This place is trapped.
Oh, we knew that!
Well, this was more fun when he was screaming.
Yep, give me some guidance. Let's try to disarm. Ooh! Well, that's the reason we get inspiration, because we're not going for a critical fail. Beautiful.
Balder's gonna skin us. No one knows about this damn weapon.
Now let's try to open it up. Good. Excellent. Excellent. Whew. Sweet. And we got a nice edible magical item. They can. But what if I die? Okay, so I can't... What just happened? Oh my gosh.
The blade of
No! No!
lives up to his name.
We're trying to save people. I lost someone. Okay, well, we're loading because there is no way that I am going to live with that. Was bizarre. Oh my gosh. I'm just standing there thinking about how am I gonna get to this guy, and then someone set off a trap. Oh. Oh man. Well, let's find out where I last saved. No! Whew, okay, well, we gotta remember to hit that save button more frequently. Oh boy. The good news is I can just repeat a lot of this. I don't need to dilly-dally. I don't need to talk to animals. So embarrassing. I can at least cast my ritual.
Let's move.
It was very funny. It's hard to be upset about it. It was very funny. Traps are the number one party killer in this game. Maybe in real D&D. I've never had a DM who particularly enjoyed traps, because all of the DMs I have played with don't want to kill off their entire party.
Aren't you worried your kind will punish you?
But now we have saved at least getting that treasure.
My name is Lae'zel Chucky.
Now we gotta listen to them talk smack to each other again.
They will help you, but only if I ask.
Okay. I'm gonna skip through a lot of these conversations, trying to do the same thing.
Our little Hellion told us what happened.
So I hope we'll meet again under better circumstances. Thank you for helping, blah, 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 blah. We get that. Yes. I can speed through the text and get through it that way. So I'm going to only speak with these two. So, first we'll talk to this one. We'll use the Arcana. Get the guidance. Pretty much. Okie dokie. We'll immediately use our inspiration. Good. We'll get it that time.
Something's off. This creature is
Care to explain? And then I went persuasion. Good. Don't have to use inspiration that time.
I'll tell you this now.
Move. Let's quick save again.
Another one.
Yep. You were. What are you talking about? You tell me about the keepers.
I cannot even eat it.
Shiny bits.
Things. Sometimes I.
Shiny bits in the hay. How do we get to the hay? Ah, maybe I already got the shiny bits in the hay.
I have a lot on my mind, and well.
That's what you warned me of last time, and I have not listened. That's my problem. I forget to save.
He stares right past you, as if he nods, then reaches.
Now, what I am going to try to do differently is I'm going to see if I can speak with Sylphie first. Then I will speak with the child that I... Yeah, I do. The child I saved. And then I'll talk to Mole. Mole will be last. You're not supposed to be here.
No! Don't shake me again! Mole! Help!
I didn't mean to shake you the first time. I caught you fair and square. It just looked a little bit brutal.
You came! So I wrote you a story. It's
Okay.
about you.
I'm not going to read it again. But we got a story. Hooray. That's dope. And then finally, Zaki.
You don't look so tough.
Now, I have spoken to everyone. Can we get a better conversation out of Mole? Can we get Mole?
Never see us coming.
Well, as you watch this stream, you can earn beard hairs. And you can use those beard hairs on getting me to read something. So, as Blazin just did, let's read A is for Azuth and other gods 9. 11. I know how to read Roman numerals. Seluna guides us through the night. She is the moon, the stars, her tears. Her sister tries to douse her light, but she protects us from our fears. Shar will take your sorrow from you, but beware, her night is dark. She'll hide your pain and secrets too, and all your joy and all your spark. Sylvanus, god of all that's wild, of nature's danger and its charm. His glory's not to be defiled, or you yourself will come to harm.
No, everyone's got junk. Worse than junk. Worry, kid. In Baldur's Gate.
Okay. Maybe I can...
Look who's come.
Never mind. I was like, maybe I could have this conversation to the side.
Messing with our business. Yeah? You scared the life out of little Sylphie.
And I rescued...
You're going to pay for it.
And I rescued... Okay, this time around, last time I did the persuasion, it went off without a hitch, and she was still angry at me. Let's try detecting thoughts. -1. Oh, but only a difficulty class of 10. So... Get that 3. There we go!
Nobody messes with my family. I'm all they've got.
Okay, now that I've got new options, I didn't mean to cause trouble for your people. Should have been more careful.
Is that right? Fine. You get one more chance.
It's the exact same result!
Get lost.
So I still don't get to finish this quest. But now we know whether it's persuasion or it is detecting thoughts. That's the best we've got. Why do we have trouble?
When do I get to run the ring scan?
We don't have trouble. I mean, they all can't be, meticulously programmed to have slight variations, I guess. But I feel satisfied with everyone else I spoke to. We decided not to use the witch. Oh. There was one more group that I spoke to.
I'll not get. Can we all just?
What's the point?
Now on this one, I don't want to go the monk route. I'm still going the persuasions route. And I did. I saved specifically because I was worried that this would change, but it didn't. We're getting the same result.
She's right.
Thank you,
Excellent. Okay, this next time around, when I go to that goblin room, yes, I'm going to save before walking in. I'm going to sneak.
You were never on my good side.
And then I think I'm going to start the fight. Maybe I can get them to set off the traps. World events like traps should happen at the end of initiative. So it should be that if we sprung the traps, but we were in initiative, we should be able to get out of danger.
I know they do not.
These tracks.
It is my responsibility to cleanse myself.
Let's get that save really quick. Let's get that save really quick. It only took us like 5 minutes to get back where we were, but hold the down button and let's sneak. I don't know how we set off the trap last time.
How outrageously obvious. The totem's a trap.
Yes, it is. We could try. Nope, we cannot try. Okay, so something over here exploded. I don't know what it was. So let's try to ease to the left, stay out
Well, at least we got
of that.
to keep ourselves entertained.
And then let's get in here and try an unarmed strike. And that gets us into battle. Okay. Next, I am just going to do... All of these are key point related. I thought I had one that was just a simple unarmed strike. But I guess that's gone now. Yeah, I could shove. Try to knock her down. That will likely kill her. Nope, never mind. Where the heck is the rest of my team? There. And you guys, get up. There. Everybody's in the battle now. Oh my goodness.
Well, so much for peace.
Okay. Now I could try to set off all of the traps, but that might kill me. And I don't think these guys are even aware that I exist. Obviously, if I get moving into them, they will. I'm not gonna. We're in combat now. There's my unarmed strike as a bonus action. Okay. Can I get... No, I cannot. Can I get to anyone else? There's an unconscious guy down here. Okay, I'm gonna end that turn. Dang. Yeah, let's deflect that missile, please. Yes, let's use a key point and send it back to him. Who is that bird? Alright, well, it doesn't matter. There's a bird somewhere. Where is he? Like, you see him in the initiative. He's the last... Oh, it's the trap! It's the trap! It's this. Okay, so watch the border. It will highlight, and that's how you know. I think everybody is safe. I think that's the deadly range for it. So let's get as far as we can.
With haste.
And then... How are you already done moving? Go where I told you to go. Okay. This is dangerous. I am now in an area where I could get hurt. I don't want to get hurt. I don't like getting hurt.
There goes nothing.
Okay. And I'm not going to spend another key point. I'm not going to do it. Nope. Nobody's heard about the bird as a word. It's a mystery. We've heard of the bird, but nobody knows
Have to keep going.
what the bird is. Okay. She is out of movement. I'm going to go Sacred Flame because I think I don't have to be in, like, visual range. Bird. Bird is the word. Yeah, we're going to go for this guy. Saved! What a jerk! And then looking at my health, I think I gotta go another round without healing. Alright, Will, get out here. Somebody threw acid at us, that's why. Still didn't get the kill. And that's all he's got. Thank goodness. Alright, Lae'zel, get out of the acid! I don't know how many times I have to tell her this. We're going to apply a menacing attack to this guy. It is very much closer to, I would say, Final Fantasy Tactics than it is to most other things, but it is very similar to what you would get out of, say, a D&D campaign, except you actually get to control everyone, whereas in most D&D campaigns, you know, you have to sit there and watch your friends as they waffle and try to flip-flop and figure out what on earth they actually want to do. Okay. The Guardian did not fire. Then, can I... Nope, I cannot. I was hoping that I could get there. What if...
My feet can carry me.
What if... Nope. I guess they really did give me the thing. And yeah, you know, there's that too. It's just, you know, I live in an area where I don't have human interaction. Humans are gone. We do not. None of the groups that I'm in wanted to. And you know, fine.
His wound's deep. He doesn't respond to your voice.
What's next, I wonder?
Can you help him?
His breaths are shallow. His wound's deep. He doesn't respond
That
to your
sucks.
voice.
Okay, well, since he is not responding, I'm going to try a prayer of healing first. Nope, that's a bad idea. We're going to go level 1 Cure Wounds on Findal. That woke him up.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Oh, and then he healed himself for the rest. Sweet.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I thought I was gonna die down here.
So the first two I like. I think I'm going to go with number 1. That's true. That is a good point. We're going to go with number 1. I've got a lot of card shops and game shops in my local city, and so I have the options to meet with a D&D group. I'm just shy and scared of people.
It's my fault. I thought I'd given them the slip, but they followed me through the tunnel back there. I must tell the others what happened. I stepped careful. There are traps in these tunnels. And thank you again.
Thank you. I hope you step careful. Sounds like he did not. Because I just heard a trap go off. Alright, first things first. Save. Because we are not doing that. Yeah, you don't say. There are traps in here? What? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to split from the party, which is triangle. That way, I only have to worry about Sammy. I'm going to go back to this. Now, if I click that, I think I turn it on. Maybe I turned it off. Okay.
Oh, my hand slipped.
Shh. Shut up. Shut up. Ooh, I'll take an acid arrow. I gotta give it to somebody who actually uses arrows. That's this button. Give to Lae'zel. And then we're being sneaky again. What are you for? Oh, poison. Yeah, we'll take it. Now, the direction I think I should go is back up, if I can figure out how to climb. There we go. And I'm going to hit this other... Come on. Damn it. Acid. We'll jump over the acid. I know. It is going to be sneaky boom. Okay, I think the eagle is deactivated. We're going to save. Because I've learned a valuable lesson, and so we're going to save. Oh no! All right, we're not going to go back there until someone succeeds on a perception check. But I gotta find the last trap. There it is. I don't remember how to get all the way down there. I think I'm good to walk again. Can I jump? Nope, that'll kill me. If it says death, don't do it. Boo. Ah! Dang it! All right, let's go turn-based. And let's dash, because we're not going to let them kill us, down to here.
I've seen everything.
So frustrating. In my turn, in my turn, in my turn, in my turn. Let the... Did the environment kill me? There. Turn it off. Sammy is nearly dead. Sammy is almost gone.
What path for me?
I mean, we gotta... Yeah, let's dash. I'm not dead, so I'm fine with continuing, as it were. In fact, once I'm over here, now I can leave turn-based mode and group everybody back up. And we'll take another short rest.
Brief respite.
Shut up, lady. Okay, I have a charred key. I'm hoping to get these guys up here. There it is. Because I'm hoping that this is the charred chest. We'll find out. Come on, let me have the chest. Let me have the chest. Maybe I'm too close to it? Okay. Sometimes... There it is. Sometimes it takes a minute for the game to give you what you want. Shut up. Charred because somebody keeps firing off these stupid traps on me. Oh, man. What is it? This? Oh, it's for crafting. It's a flower. I could put on that potion of fire resistance and try to get through. I got the hiccups. Again. Yes. Okay. I have already taken that out. Now, I need to tell a quick story. Because I have done this once before, I have played through Act 1 once. There was a time, my first playthrough, where when we met that goblin prisoner, I closed the door, picked the lock, and she agreed to go with me. We went this way. I'll show you which way we went. Because now you can hear her. Now she's yelling at him. So I didn't discover it on my own. She had to discover it for me. But we took her through here. I didn't know anything about the traps. I didn't know anything about traps, period. I didn't know that was a part of this game. Whoa! Just like that one. I didn't know about that trap either. So I get her, I take her with me, we go into that tunnel, and then we're just like, we see bad guys, I go into the crouch position, I want to be all sneaky, we get a surprise attack, and then I see the bear totem, and I'm like, who's that bear character? And turns out it was one of those traps, and this goblin lady up here, I got her killed instantly. Immediately dead. So I got her rescued for nothing. That's one of the reasons I didn't want to rescue her this time, was because I was like, I don't need to. She's not worth saving. Can't believe I exploded myself again. I'm worried that these plants that are right next to me are explodies. Doesn't matter. We're in this room. And as long as these are still... Yep, they're still turned off. We're good. Good call. Always a good call, especially because we're about to go to a trapped box. So embarrassing. So embarrassing. I can't believe I killed off Lae'zel. Like, not now. Now, that never happened. We just erase all memory of that. Seriously? There we go.
There are traps here.
Thank you, Lae'zel. Ooh. Ooh, I was like, if I get a 4, then I can have it. But that's why we have inspiration. So we can easily clear that hurdle. And yes, I have a charred key. I don't need to break any locks. I have a charred key. And this was when I died. I don't know why, but the trap went off and it killed me. We know why. We know why it's charred. We have first-hand experience with why it's charred. Oh, goodness.
How would you punish someone who wronged you?
Wrong me how?
Oh, say, murder? Or theft?
It's a fascinating conversation. I'm just not going to listen to it because I need to heal up again for some reason. I don't know why I need to heal up suddenly. That's a good call. That's usually a good bet to be like, he's taking a few steps. Boom! Boom again! Boom again! All right, nobody wants to talk to me. Good. We're gonna... That is strange. I don't know why they would pick a supply pack and then pick all these foods. No! 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 Now it's saving. Now it's saving. All right.
Our face is tiring, Shadowheart. By all means leave if I am so distasteful.
I'd rather not turn my back on you, if it's all the same.
People up ahead.
Okay. Let's find out what's wrong. There's a dead guy.
You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
Boom.
Can you hear us, Ed?
You, not a step closer.
A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs.
I am going to use my Illithid. Oh. See, Blazin would be kind enough to chuckle and be like, freeze, okay, I freeze. I'm partial to this medicine check, but I'm thinking I'm going to go with a medicine check. You know, we're going to go with what would be... so 4 is my parasite. It is using my psychic bug to reach out and then intimidate them with that. That's what Illithid means every time you see it. It's my brain parasite. And when I played this the first time, I was like, well, it's available. I'm going to do it. And that's how I learned that you can essentially force your way and dominate people's personalities. So I know the result of doing that. But I want to try to do a medicine check. I don't know medicine. I'm just a monk. Apparently I know medicine really well. Really well.
He's hurt badly.
An owlbear got him deep. If there's anything you can do...
I'm watching you.
The injured man locks eyes with you. A familiar squirming churns in your head.
Oop, there it is. Hold his stare.
Your minds intertwine.
So far, I've been good with getting into people's brains. I think that was the Catholics, the Catholic monks. These are more the Eastern style monks.
He's a true soul. Mind him. He will... He...
I'm a true soul?
Edwin! Ed! Please!
With the absolute now. You're a true soul. Edwin, our brother, he was chosen.
It's the illithid. It's my parasite in my brain. It gets in there and it knows everything. I'm gonna play the part. I'm gonna be a spy. Why are you out here? The wilderness is dangerous. Oh, but you say number 2, the true soul? True soul? See, I think that gives away my position. I don't want them to know that I know nothing about what they're talking about.
We know that all too well, sir, but the absolute sent us here.
We're looking for fugitives. Survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here.
These fugitives. Tell me more. See, and then I could be like, I'm a survivor of that crash. Looks like you found me. But I'm a spy.
Survive that crash is bound to be injured. That's enough to get us started. The Absolute wants them found. At any cost.
You need to find and avenge your... Okay, I was like, I don't know if that works. I could have them lead me to the owlbear. Or I could have them leave the owlbear alone. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, forget the owlbear, you're still alive, so go! I'm not going to let them know that I don't know anything that they're talking about.
What? And just leave Ed?
Yeah, man.
I suppose he'd want us to go on. Find a way to honor his sacrifice.
Nah, man.
Absolute guide us.
But I'm glad that in Ed's dying breath, he told them to do whatever I said.
The absolute. Same as...
Strange power resonates within the corpse. It calls to you.
Now, I think I've already found at least one of these and stolen it.
Of their own accord. There's something of value, something your mind craves.
This would freak me out.
The tadpole has absorbed it all. Its experience could nourish you, strengthen you.
Let's put another one in my brain. Oh no! Oh no! 2 of these are to resist. But I could get the powers. I'm gonna go wisdom. And I am going to resist. It is in my nature to resist psychic mind control. We'll see if I did. Barely. Barely.
Your muscles loosen. The tadpole breaks free of its deceased host. Your mind is your own again.
Now, I'll be honest with you. The first time I played this, about 2 years ago, I allowed the parasite to control me. I was like, let's see what happens. Let's go on this ride. And they gave me a tutorial for consuming parasites and adding permanent upgrades to all of your characters. I don't know what the consequence of doing that is. I don't know what happens if I continue consuming parasites and making myself stronger. Do I get a game over at the end? Do I turn into a mind flayer at some point? I don't know. But this time around, I'm trying to resist. And it looks like I cannot claim his parasite anyway. It's not part of his list. So we're gonna resist. Okay, come now. All right, well. Keep our hand going to the right. Can I jump to that? I cannot. I wanted to go to Karlach, but I should be going to the left. The left would be everything down here. But I kind of want to collect Karlach. We're not talking to Zevlor. We have decided to ignore that particular quest entirely. So I'm going to get Karlach. She is a marker on the quest. I also happen to know exactly where I am. That is the cave where those guys went.
Its nest must be nearby.
That tells me difficult terrain. If I were in combat or initiative or tactical mode, I would have half my movement. When I'm out of combat, it demonstrates it through a slower walking speed. But in combat, that's their way of showing you half movement for difficult terrain. And there are boots that I can find that get rid of difficult terrain, but then it's only one character. So there are owlbear tracks in that cave. Maybe we can come back to it. I had a mission. That mission was Karlach. I've got Will in my party. Will wants to kill Karlach. I never really agreed to killing Karlach. But I did agree to help Will, and that's what we're going to do.
Do you always need to be the center of attention?
Anything but. I don't fight to be flattered, Lae'zel. I fight to save lives.
Guys, stop arguing with each other. We are the worst adventuring party of them all. Like, everybody is always on each other's backs. We're always fighting each other. We're always arguing. Yeah. Like, and to be honest, in my very first playthrough, Lae'zel was who I romanced. Because I was like, if we keep yelling at each other like this, you're going to get me too horny. And then she got horny. And then we both got horny. And then I remembered it was a video game. Reach out to pet him. We're going to go animal handling, of course. And we are going to kneel because we mean no harm. Hopefully, I have inspiration available in case I mess this up. But I did not. I am an animal handling expert.
The dog lowers his hackles, his head tilted inquisitively. Convinced that you're harmless, he turns his attention back to the corpse.
There is a patch, or not a patch, a mod that allows you to be polyamorous, because I think the game is programmed to be monogamistic. monoganistic. The monogamous. If you date or if you romance someone, you are locked out of romance for everyone else. I think there might be a way to break up with someone and start romancing someone else, but there is a mod that allows you to have it all, baby. Take a closer look at him.
Around his neck is a collar etched with a name. Scratch.
That's not what that says. You're all right, Scratch.
With a deep, heartbroken whine, the dog bows his head.
Let's ask Scratch to follow me.
The dog looks at his owner with sad eyes. He does not move.
I'm gonna hold out my hand so he can follow my scent to camp, and then
The dog sniffs you.
then I will pet the dog.
Low in understanding. He knows how to find you.
Now, I could mess this all up like I did the first time and try to loot that body. Scratch does not like that. Shocking, I know, but Scratch doesn't like it when you loot his dead owner's body. Okay, I'm getting to a dangerous spot. I know, it's weird. It's so weird. That looks like I should be able to jump. Looking at my mini-map. Oh, good, I can. Okay. Then let's jump again. And we are out of difficult terrain.
It was a great scrap.
And let's save. Let's save. We have recruited Scratch. And we are heading towards this circle.
An axe-bearing mountain of fur she was. Gave me a nasty scar.
I hope you don't mind if I don't ask to see it.
Oh, there she is. I found her. Come on, get on that. Good on you. That was good of you.
Advocatus diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
She sounds way too friendly to be some kind of demon. Anyway, you're the devil we've been hunting? Karlach, right? She is, and she's a complicated one, and I might pursue her as a romance option, specifically for the complication of it, because as far as I got in Act 1, she became my favorite character. She just kept relating to me as a human being, where I was just like, wow, whoever wrote this character, like, they were going through something that I was going through, and I can appreciate that. So, this time around, we're going to try to romance Karlach.
Bloody right. An honor to be chased by the Blade of Frontiers, but I...
Uh-oh.
A great heat roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood. The blood.
I wish...
From above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
I wish
Proof that you're a devil.
that all of them reacted.
Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you.
I mean, most of the time, we are tight on a face.
Trying to trick us.
And so it's fine. But when we're wide,
The truth.
They should
To
react.
serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. I finally hope.
Yeah. Or doing it themselves. They've all got parasites. All right, number one is the best. I think that we are seeing people's honest memories. There has never been a point where I have thought someone was able to lie to me through the parasite. So, Will, stand down. You saw what I saw.
Will catches his breath and his lips straighten. Sheer dread twists his face.
You don't know what you're saying. You're asking me to trust a devil.
I'm going to go with one again. Gods, you're stubborn. Karlach's not a devil, and you know it.
Listen to sense.
Everyone approves.
You know monsters, right? Better than anyone. Look into my eyes.
Even Will was like, you know, that's a really good point. That's a really good point. Yeah. Because they're all like, yeah, get her on.
Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died.
Yeah, look at those two.
But there have been enough.
Shadowheart and Lae'zel have a crush. And frankly, right now, so does Sammy.
And you are.
I'm going to go with what I always go with, and that's just introducing myself. I don't think a half-orc monk, you know, Sammy, the half-orc monk, would be as funny as I am and say something like, I'm your ticket to curing that tadpole. He would instead say, I am Sammy!
Well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around here. It's been tough going so far. I may not be a devil, but I can put the Blade's reputation to work. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards?
Let's do it! Yes!
Background, if your moral compass needs something to point at.
Oh,
you already
yeah.
know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. It turns out I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to lose their assets. Zariel liked it so little. She sent a bunch of goons, so-called paladins of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is, I'm not going.
I'm gonna go with number one. What did you just notice? I don't want to switch away in case I can notice it. Sammy's doing Oh, it is very Wolverine. I'm sitting here thinking like, yeah, Sammy's trying to look like Sammy. No, Sammy's trying to look like Wolverine. I see it now. Let's send them back where they came from.
Fuck yes. They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. Then we can work on evicting this parasite and take Faerun by their short hairs.
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
A warrior who winks at her foes while she slays them. You'd be a fool to refuse her.
That's the smartest thing you have ever said, Lae'zel. Yep. Sounds like a great plan.
I'd hug you if it wouldn't scorch your skin off.
Looks like your troops all trooped up.
And that's what makes her complicated. So, she just revealed it. She cannot be touched. Her skin is constantly on fire. And in order to romance her, we have to get those temperatures down. Fortunately, you don't even have to romance her for her to want that to be a goal. So if you are more interested in being a good friend to your party members, you still want to help her get that fever down. Lae'zel, you're going back to camp.
Fine. I shall wait in our camp.
Yeah, that's literally what I said.
Now we're talking.
Excellent.
Why?
Why? That's right.
So, Will, now that we've made peace, how about we get to know each other properly? What's your story?
They're actually talking to each other.
As a pantomime, and I've played my part all too poorly.
Someone set you on Karlach's tail. I'd like to know who.
I would too. Go on, Will. We're listening. Who sicked you on me?
You're not the only one who's had a villain's knife held to your throat, Karlach.
So
You make it sound like a harvest of devils coming.
his right eye
Closer than you know.
has been petrified.
One night soon when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll face my penance.
That's the reason it is gray. It's not that he's got heterochromia or whatever it's called when you've got two different color eyes. He's got a fully rock eye in his head. So next time we make camp, the veil will be lifted and I'll face my penance. Penance? Should I be worried? And the reason I brought it up was because it's kind of hard to see on a smaller screen.
The same about me.
But on my massive television, it is pretty clear that it's only the pupil that is black, and I think that's supposed to be from shadow. The rest of it is a flat gray, and I like that. Okay, so to complete Karlach's mission, or at least this portion of it, we need to find the paladins and take them out. I should not have done that, because we've got to get this lady up to speed. I also want to go to camp. So, Blazin, before you start falling asleep, let me know so we can go to camp, because we need to see what happens at camp now. All right, level 2, nothing that impressive. Yep. But I think I've got 2 tanks now, so I may, in the long run, get rid of Karlach. Only because I'm pretty sure she and I would be fulfilling the same roles, the monk and the barbarian. We'll see what happens. We'll find out. Okay. I gotta go full screen again so I can actually read these things. They're just right in the sun glare. The Berserker. Violence is both a means and an end. You follow a path of untrammeled fury, slick with blood as you thrill in the chaos of battle, heedless of your own well-being. That's fantastic. And in 3 weeks, you should get some more information. And so for the next 3 weeks, don't panic. Don't stress. Be easy, baby. Just be easy. So Berserker is fine. What was that? Frenzy, Frenzied Strike, and Enraged Throw. I think I usually go Berserker with her. Giant. You walk the path of giants, invoking their elemental might and size by drawing strength from the same primal forces as them. And that one gives me... Oh no. That's weird. I'll have to take a look. But good call on the hydrate. We'll do freebies for the rest of the stream. Thaumaturgy, I'm pretty sure. It's a spell, but I think... I don't know what it's supposed to do. Oh, I think it's supposed to, like, shake things or move things. But I'm trying to figure out how it would react with her. More carrying capacity. I could turn her into a mule for me. I got the hiccups again. Wild Heart, she gains a passive and speak with animals. Your attunement with nature and its beasts inspires your rage, empowering you with supernatural might. Because why not have everybody able to speak with animals? And then Wild Magic, this is likely the one I'm going to pick. The wild influence of magic has transformed you, suffusing you with an arcane power that churns within you, waiting to be released. When you rage, you have a wild magic explosion. Sometimes it's bad, most of the time it's good. Yeah, Lae'zel's is always... We got to get rid of... I hate to say this, but I think I want to get rid of Shadowheart next. But at the same time, she's my healer. I can't get rid of my healer, but we're going to go Wild Magic. She gets Searing Smite, which deals an extra 2 to 12 or 2d6 fire damage. And it's a concentration. Interesting. So maybe I should do that after raging. And was there one more? Nope, that was it. And now we save. Exactly. Shadowheart, I have no idea if there is a better healer. It's possible that my monk will come across healing abilities. I have never played a monk, so I have no idea what their later skills are. But the good news is Karlach is indeed our tank. She is the one meant to take punches to the face. So let's go try it out. I'm sure this will go well. You grumpy?
Need any supplies? We've fewer mouths to feed now.
What happened to you? Yeah, man. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to them like they're normal.
After a devil haunting this area, we squared off against her. We lost. Talk to Anders if you want the details. I don't have it in me to recount the horror.
Just don't look at the person coming up the ladder behind me, please. How many did you lose?
Both stalwarts of Tyr, sworn to uphold justice.
I think once she goes up the ladder, we might go right into initiative. But I'm going to try to sneak to the front door and talk to the guy. Talk about timing. She went back inside right when... Oh, it is saving.
Cut it out. Noel's out there. Please, no more. Leave us in peace, and we shall leave you in kind.
Cut the crap, Anders.
Okay, so she is definitely here for this.
Please, we just want to go home.
Let's do an insight check. Sweet. I keep forgetting that I have pretty good wisdom. So I should be all about any kind of wisdom-based checks. And this is only a DC of 10. Beautiful. I have the insight.
There's something in the squint of his eye. You suspect he's lying.
Enough of this charade. I know who you really are. Or charade if you're nasty.
Enough. Enough. I'll not play pretend anymore. Karlach, you're going home in pieces if needs must. And you'll soon learn what it means to ally yourself with the likes of this garbage.
Avernus was never my home. It was my prison. I'm free now. And I'm never going back!
Yeah, get it, Karlach. That's why I like her. But these guys, yes, they are stronger than me. So, holy crap, they are way stronger than me. I'm going to get into both of their range. Let's go flurry of blows for a stagger. Yep, on this guy. Do we have anything else? Nope, that was it. What are you? Oh. Apparently I can read during combat. I could just decide to pop out a book and read a chapter and then put it away before someone else gets a turn.
Ready.
Okay, well you have already been hit, which sucks. But... Exactly. Now that we are in this fight again, let's go a level 1 guiding bolt against Anders, who has the highest level. He is almost down. And then I think I've got to give myself... Both of them are just 2? I could spend a level 2 spell slot for just 2 AC? Clearly, we're going 1. Okay, hopefully that keeps me up. Holy crap! Holy crap! Well, Anders just showed us what he's made of, and he's made of sterner stuff than I am. Cannot get to him from here because I don't have enough movement and the stupid house keeps getting in the way. I have to go after this person. Oh, I should have raged. I'm an idiot. I'm not gonna rage just yet. Let's try shoving her away. Gar. Okay, Will, get in here. Sammy's gonna have to throw a death saving roll, which sucks. Let's go. Come on. I can see him in the doorway. Let's get him. I get to hit 2 people? I get to hit 3 people? Neat. Boom indeed. Excellent. Okay, I'm holding my own fairly well against these dudes. Reckless attack, please. Ouch. Okay. We got 1 success, I believe. Doesn't matter. I'm getting Sammy back up. I don't want to break concentration by, you know, putting my shield back on. But she's got a shield ready. I'm just doing that. Oh, dope. I don't have an action, but I do get a bonus action. So if I could get here, that's Cyril. That's Trin. So, I'm gonna keep going with stagger. It seems the most useful. And then move out of the way, just to make sure.
Fuck yes.
Amen. I like her so much.
Covered.
Now, what I should be doing is going into a rage first. We'll go wild magic. To keep my rage, I have to attack. Until the end of my rage, flowers and vines sprout around you, turning everything around me into difficult terrain. So you can see both Sammy and the baddie are affected by this. Let's go main hand attack. Let's go reckless attack. Will get in here as far as you can. And Eldritch Bolt this guy.
Fuck them. Fuck Astarion.
Amen, Karlach.
I'm never going back.
We'll kill everyone who tries.
To pick up where the others left off. They'll find nothing but a pile of ash.
Okay, I could let her blow off some steam, and she will. And I just have to go off somewhere and just let her do it. But you're right. I think I'm going more for compassion here. Zariel won't get near you again. We'll make sure of that.
That's right, she won't. She can't. She couldn't even lay a finger.
Maybe I should have let her go break things. Oh, she's gonna do it anyway. Never mind. We'll just let her go do that. Oh! Uh-oh. Let's get out of the fire. Just in case. The whole thing about a barbarian rage is that sometimes it's a little bit harder to get them to stop. Don't hit me, Karlach! Okay. There's nothing in that crate. No. 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 Nothing good. Not a single good thing in here. Oh, I think she's done with her rage. Yep. She's in a better mood now, everybody. Don't worry. She just had to go and, you know, work it out.
Let off a little steam after facing off with those ignots.
Very cathartic for her.
The fire's lasting a little longer than it should. How do I look?
Absolutely ravishing. Hot. Get it? Hot? Do you guys get it?
Careful, soldier. If I burn any hotter, I might explode. Hear that? Infernal engine for a heart. Lets me burn as hot as the hells. Seems to be running in overdrive since I left Avernus. Won't be seeing my mechanic anytime soon, so I'll just make the most of the extra heat. Just don't get too close till I've found a way to calm it down.
How the hells did you get an infernal engine for a heart? It's just not what Sammy the monk would say. Sammy the monk. Yeah, I guess you're right. What does the engine allow you to do?
Burn, baby. As hot as I can tolerate. Makes me a beast in battle. Hardly remember what I was like before it. But it's a bit early in the game to be getting into tragic backstories. Let's save the scar show for later. After we've worked up an appetite for
You're always showing your scars.
someone who can tune up my engine sooner rather than later. Believe me when I say this thing is hot. The first time I faced down those paladins, they let slip there was an infernal mechanic in the area. A tiefling. He might be able to stabilize things. If I can find him.
Perfect. I know where a bunch of tieflings are. There are some tieflings holed up in the Druid's Grove nearby. We might look there. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Sounds like a good lead.
I like it when the game knows what I want to say.
Tune-up would do this old tub a world of good.
Okay, so we do want to head back to the Grove so that we can chit-chat with whoever this mechanic is. But before we do that, I want to see if there's any more treasure. Because there is a way down. I can see the map marker telling me that there's a doorway. And that would be new for me. I've played this particular mission many times. I've had a party wipe once trying to do it because I was not prepared. Yep, we're picking up books. I've already got an ink pot. Okay, I don't know what's in here, so I want to find out.
I'll never get used to the stench of death.
Let's save, since we're in the lauder. There is a studded shield. And then, of course, a bunch of stuff that I could open that will likely just have lame stuff in it. Here's a door. Ooh, here's a body. The Dead Toll Collector. And he's got a ledger that we're not going to read. Okay. Oh, I'm out of lockpicking? I just had to check to make sure that that still said an hour ago. Now I'm hoping... Ooh, I'll take all of that. I'm hoping to find a key. Because if that door says that lockpicking is impossible, then that means that there is something else that would open it. All right, let's check outside. I got a ledger out of it. I've never been down there before. Now I'm happy to know it exists. That there is something down there. And maybe there's a key. Nope. I do love seeing all the corpses. Okay. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Burn! Reminds me of the mad bomber from the animated series The Tick. He was the mad bomber, what bombs at midnight. And I just love anyone who replaces who with what. Oh, these are usable. I gotta take these Knoll's ears. Now, I do wonder, were these Knolls part of the Paladin crew? Because we weren't here when this original fight happened. Or did those Paladins fight off the Knolls later? And that's the only reason we won, because they were exhausted. Although they had full health. So they weren't really exhausted.
That might be worth a look.
Let's take a look.
Way too big.
Dang it, let's not take a look. Okay. We're going to save, and we're going to remember it. Because at some point, we're going to do it. Okay, so you're saying the Paladins fought the Gnolls first, then Karlach, who ran to the river, then I got her, and then we went up, and then they fought all of us together. But the Gnolls were dead long before Karlach even walked up to them. I can live with that. Before we head back to the Grove, let me take a look at whatever this is. So apparently this was a road or a mine. Regardless, we're not going that way. And I know that there are more gnolls just to the east of me, or the west of me, rather. Sorry. Let's go. Let's go with the Emerald Grove. Ah, and that might be why there was that sabotage at the entrance of the mine. Maybe it was, you know, the gnolls living in the mines, and the paladins came and attacked. I can believe that. I can buy it. I'm into it. All right, we are looking for a mechanic. And it has not appeared on the map, so it's probably somewhere over here. Like, I might just have to talk to everybody until I find the person who is the mechanic. I found them in Act 2 before I quit playing the game. So now I'm like, I want to find them here. So the gnoll, that's an interesting idea too, because the paladins were infernally influenced. Maybe they were able to mind control on the gnolls. Or maybe Blazin has another idea. Blazin could have been a detective. I wonder what that O was way at the top of the screen. Okay, look for... I thought that was my jam, making up stories. It's not. I'm very bad at it. So what I'm looking for is someone who has like an anvil, like this guy. That's an anvil. Damon.
Thought I sensed an infernal around here. But you aren't from Elturel.
First try!
What's your story?
I spent a good bit of time in the Hells. Enlisted against my will by the Archdevil Zariel. Same as you, I suppose, if you're from Elturel. The devils were delighted when your city was swallowed up. I thought they had you for keeps.
Ah, that makes sense.
I got lucky.
That's a good idea.
Like you did too. And you brought some infernal machinery with you.
Everybody from the Hells smells like farts, just so you know.
Very hot by the smell of it. Might be burning out a piston ring or leaking oil. Mind if I take a listen?
Exactly. Farts.
Don't get too close or your eyes will melt shut.
Phew! You really are burning up. Whoever put that engine together tried to house metallurgized demono valves inside a Ragnak's alloy casement. Very risky.
How do you know that? From listening.
Infernal iron. And and a prayer that my hammer will survive the work. That thing isn't meant to operate outside of Ernest.
True.
I'm not sure how much longer it'll keep running the way it's going.
That's just what mechanics do.
The temperature a little. Worried I'm gonna go in for a handshake and singe someone's arm off one of these days.
I'd worry about surviving the night first. Help one, help both. If we can cool you off, it'll stabilize your engine and allow you to touch whomever you please.
Which is hopefully me. Let's ask where to find infernal iron. Where should we look for infernal iron?
I've sensed some during our travels. It has a pull to it. Absolutely magnetic, once you know what you're looking for. I can show you where I'd look.
Yeah, that's literally what I asked. Please. Continue.
Meanwhile, I've still got plenty of weapons and armor in stock if you're looking to load up.
Okay. Magical items! See, I'm not that impressed with the greenies. I guess we could look at Karlach to see if... nope. She wants a great axe, and I think she's got one that's already better. Nope. She's got a normal. It is true. I am colorist. On my magical items. Very judgmental. Okay, Karlach does not want armor. She will lose a bunch of her natural resistances. She'll lose halving damage when she's in a rage. So I can never put on armor for her. I made that mistake. I was like, well, she can wear this armor and it's a higher armor class than she has. And then she just kept falling in battle, and I realized later it's because barbarians want to go naked. They want to be fighting dick out. That's what they do. She was into it too. Okay. Infernal iron is very close to me. And it's pretty much in the area that I wanted to look anyway. Where am I? Oh, I know where I am. Sometimes I get lost. It happens. Sometimes I'm looking at the screen and everything looks confusing to me. Now, once we get out of the grove, one thing about this game is there are no random encounters. I can retread all of the places I have been before, and there shouldn't be any new people there unless it is something story specific, like a quest happened that caused an enemy to spawn in a previously safe place. And so usually I walk around as though there were nothing to bother me, but I genuinely want to see the next scene. I have seen it before. It is the image that most of us know. And it's the image that we're going to get now.
Hellfire. She's coming.
Here she is. Yes.
Well, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
Gods damn it.
Do we have sexy times? Can we have sexy times when we're naughty? This game keeps reading my mind. Why? I'm not going to pick that option, but that is what I was thinking, and that's one of the options. Just who in the nine hells are you is definitely more in line with what I want. I'm not going to flirt with the devil.
Well, you absolute stinker. You kept me a secret? Time to let the Hellcat out of the bag. Call me Mizora.
Mizora.
Patron.
I kept thinking she was Zariel.
My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank.
Unless devils are not allowed to say their own names.
But Karlach's still breathing. I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlach.
She's my kind of lady.
Sends her regards.
Okay, they are different people.
Told me, devils only. She's a tiefling, not a monster.
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless.
What's the criteria? By virtue of having no heart.
Oh, that was harsh. That was cruel. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah. You better not lay a damned finger on Karlach.
Don't you worry. That
Everyone
shows
approves.
why he sailed the Styx. But a defiant pup must still pay his price. To wit.
Here we go.
Will burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
And that is supposed to be how a tiefling is born. At least in old lore, it might still be the way.
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet.
There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo.
Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade.
Karlach, keep an eye on him, would you?
Ha 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 ha
I'll
ha.
be keeping mine on you.
On me?
Oh, and Will, don't forget,
our pact still stands.
Ta-ta.
Yeah. So his good eye has changed. He is now fully. I'm going to talk to Will first. Even though Karlach is the one I'm trying to bed, I'm going to talk to Will first about this, because Will is the one who just had his entire body changed. And there is so much to be said for someone who forces something on another person and cannot take it back. And I find it fascinating that that they rightfully demonstrate that with a devil, because it would be a pretty demonic person to do that in real life. You know, force a change on another person that cannot be unchanged. If you're picking up what I'm putting down.
God's damn her straight back to the
True.
house. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mizora made me pay for it.
Also, Mizora was wrong.
Devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
On top of that,
Devils tend to be unforgiving from what you know of them. Well,
Hmm.
he was lucky he didn't face a more severe punishment.
but Karlach has a heart. She has an infernal engine as a heart. It is pumping blood. It is running the function of a heart. She has a heart. The devil was wrong. Mizora, or whatever her name is, was wrong. That, like, Mizora broke the contract. If blood is pumping, even if it's an artificial heart, it is a heart. It is doing the job. Karlach had a heart. That's all I'm saying. I'm ready to go to hell and fight with Mizora in a court of infernal law. Let's see. This is the only one that seems to have any kind of kindness involved. You're lucky she didn't take your soul when she came.
I'd count my lucky stars for it, but I reckon luck is on holiday. I'm only alive because my patron still has use for me. It's Mizora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts.
And I use those eldritch blasts in every fight.
I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast.
Let's find out the terms, because to get him out of the pact, I need to know what the terms are.
I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact.
Never mind.
I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mizora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mizora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
I love that in addition to getting the tiefling horns, his eyeball changes to a tiefling eye. I think even his skin gets a little redder. That could just be the glow from the torch that's next to him. But he's not a human anymore. He is full-on tiefling. Will the human is dead. That is Will the tiefling. And it is a permanent change. So if you play Magic the Gathering, they had a Baldur's Gate integration. If you picked up the Will deck, I'm pretty sure he only had horns. There was no way to play Will as a human.
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Will hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his.
That was pretty sweet, wasn't it?
It's been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that.
He's been hunting you and now he's on your side? He's a good man, maybe the best of us. Like, legit, Will is our paragon of goodness.
You can say that again. When he was chasing me through Avernus, I thought he was just another sad merg. How wrong I was.
Well, there we go. So, Will has been altered. All right, well, let's do it. We're going to use a supply pack. I probably have not picked up enough food and beverage to make 40 supply points. Yep. Don't go judging people. Guess who's here? Guess who's here? It's Scratch. And guess what I can now do with Scratch? And everyone approves. Everyone approves of petting Scratch. Everyone was like, we have been waiting too long for this. Please pet him. In fact, I think they want an encore. They did not want an encore. Hello, Gaming Mike. It is good to have you here. Oh, gotta have that on-screen celebration for when you pet the dog. Unless you're in YouTube in the future, and then you don't get to see it. You don't get to see what all of us got to see live. So you should just hang out with us. This time, one was only the leave. Exactly, YouTube. Gotta watch it live. Okay. We've got a horny tiefling now. Oh, I remember where I am. It happens every time I forget where I am. Blazon's trying. I take it into consideration. Most of the time, I think I have had a similar mindset. Ah, yes, and I have met Karlach We're gonna date Karlach. She's gonna be the love of my life. I don't need a real girlfriend. I've got Karlach. This is Karlach. She's my barbarian. And, I was hoping I could flirt with her. I can't flirt with her. Anyway. We're not going to talk to her now. Eventually, I'm going to need to talk to these people. I'm going to need to get to know them and, you know, learn all of their quirks and stuff like that. Just not right now. Right now, I'm out hunting for treasure. Okay, we are back where we found Gale. I am making my way down here to try to get down here. And I'm going to place some... Never mind. Cancel. If I have to name the marker, that is not fantastic. Okay. Get to the wreckage, which is... Actually, it might just be best to fast travel right there. And now... That was a little strange. I thought I had looted everybody's bodies, but it didn't have a star or anything to say it was empty. Okay. Again, us is dead. We can't get us back even if we wanted to. Us died. Thieves' tools! I'm always running out of thieves' tools because I'm not a thief. But it should be. Us wouldn't come with me this time in this universe. In the previous dead universe, us came with us, and that might have been what killed the universe. Definitely not me pressing the wrong buttons. It was us.
Sharp as ever.
Oh, and I hear what sounds like another friend.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Okay. I heard someone calling, "Over here!" I'm not sure where over here is. I'm also just kind of looking for treasure. Is over here down here? I heard it again. I heard him say, "Please."
In the mud around that rock.
Let's move it here. I don't understand why it says target is too far. Maybe I'm not strong enough? We'll try Karlach. Excellent. Thank you, Karlach. I knew I could count on you. All right. Harper's Notebook, a tattered collection of reports held together with a moon and harp seal. There is frequent mentions of sacrilegious activity among a local Selûnite sect. Whoops. Grab the map. Okay, this stained, ragged map has passed through countless hands. A little harp marks an area called Moonrise Towers, with a small inky crescent sketched in the nearby forest. Below the crescent is a more recent scrawl, Cache. Let's take it with us. Okay, I have heard you crying for help a few times. I am going to see if I can find you. Hopefully, he is just up here.
Hello? Over here.
Here I am.
Hurry. I've got one of those brain things cornered.
The brain things? Like...
In the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
Kill it yourself. You look capable enough. Us is dead. I'm gonna say it a million times. It would be us too.
I was hoping for a kind soul. Well, not to worry.
Whoop. Pretty ballsy. I'm gonna go with the monk. That's what I always do. Well, not always, but that's what I'm gonna do this time. Us Junior. The elf's grapple is weak, basic. Slip the hold. Get myself a little bit of guidance. I'll take the 16, please. Thank you. Now.
I saw you on the ship, strutting about whilst I was trapped in that pod. What did you and those tentacled freaks do to me?
You have it backwards. They snatched me up too. But I wish I could have freed him. I made it a point in this particular universe to actually try to do things. Yeah, that's what Sammy usually does, just stares into the middle distance.
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light. The fear.
What was that? What's going on?
It's the Mind Flayer's worm. It connected us. So apparently, Astarion is who I should have picked up first. Well, besides Shadowheart, who is literally right there, and Gale, who is on the way. But these two options would probably have been there if I didn't know about the Mind Flayers. But now I know about these worms.
Of course. That explains things somewhat. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies.
I think this actor won an award for playing Astarion. I think he won like one of the game awards. I'm not a huge fan, so we're not gonna have a lot of Astarion in our party. Glad to see we're all caught up now.
Indeed we are. Please, allow me to introduce myself. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
Apparently I'm Baldurian. But I didn't think I was. I thought I was an outsider. Now, one thing to note is if I want to get more inspiration, I should do the options that say Baldurian or monk or half-orc. I just don't remember him being from Baldur's Gate, but apparently he is. That's the option. No, I'm an outsider. No, I'll do it.
Is that so? We clearly move in different circles.
I move in orc circles.
Do you know anything about these worms?
Yes, unfortunately. They'll do some of the, Mind Flayer stuff.
Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although... it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, There might still be time.
Maybe. So he's all about controlling it. I spoke to him the most when I played this like 2 years ago, and that's why I ended up eating worms, because I was like, well, if Astarion is good with it, I'll just do it. Control it. We need to get rid of it. Or you should travel with me. Yeah, control it. We need to get rid of it, I think, is the best option. And it puts my foot down.
But first things first.
I need to get moving, but you can shelter at my camp. I hope that allows him to be playable.
I was ready to go this alone. But maybe sticking with the herd isn't a bad idea. Safety in numbers, after all. And
I am
hate to turn down an invitation.
So tempted.
All right. Maybe I'll see you there. Good luck.
There is a mod that allows you to adjust the party size so that you can have everybody in your party. And then there's a complementary mod that adjusts the difficulty of the game to account for everybody in your party being at a fight. And I've thought about it a few times. Because when I play D&D, I don't play with a group of 4. Like, I'll play with a group of 8 or 9. Okay. I think there is a living mind flayer. Or I've already found him. I don't remember finding the living one. Well, thank you. Alright, so this ship is rather large. We got some dead goblins. Let's see, that potion of healing right off your corpse any old day. And a supply pack. Yes, please. Okay, that is a fiery path. We could get by it, we would just have to jump over the fire. Fine. Everybody should do it. But why, when I could jump to that? And to that. Yeah. And I'm one of those peeps at times. There are times when I'm looking at some of the mods and I'm like, that's too much. You know, they made this game the way they wanted to make it. They put together the mechanics the way they wanted. And I don't know if I should be changing those willy-nilly. Okay, there's my hidden cache. And it looks like I have fully explored this particular path. So I feel good about that. I feel very good about that. I keep hoping that I will find more treasure. Or someone to talk to. And that, you know, Gaming Mike brings up a valid point. Because there is the separate balancing mod, you know, you're able to kind of continue to experience it the way that you should. But I don't know. They wanted this to be something like a genuine D&D game with a genuine D&D balance. But like I just said, my genuine D&D games are not this way. By the way, I finally found my free shovel, so I'll let Shadowheart carry my spare shovel.
Not as bad as it could have.
I can't believe I spent gold on a shovel. That's a good point, Gaming Mike. I could do an alternate run. I've actually thought that it would be a lot of fun to put together a group and do various challenges and try to play as much of the game as we can under the conditions of those challenges. But that might be one of those things where I would get way more enjoyment out of that than anyone else. Okay. Every time I see a bunch of blood on the ground, I start worrying that maybe I will be attacked. But this blood is on the ground for a specific reason. It's because that's where I killed some dudes. Good jump. Ah, there you go. Gaming Mike offers a challenge to those of you on YouTube. If you would like to see, after this mostly vanilla playthrough, where the only mod I am using is the gold mod, would you like to see a playthrough with a ridiculous amount of mods and see just how crazy we can get this thing? Okay. I don't know. There it is. It's like, I don't know what balsam is. But we found the hidden cache. Yeah. Or at least as many mods as there are.
My.
Raphael.
What place is this? A path to redemption? Or a road to damnation? Hard to say. For your journey.
He does look pretty sharp. Oh, you're talking about me.
What would suit the occasion?
I was like, yeah, Raphael's looking pretty good.
The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that, love, was that. They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they? Well met, I am Raphael. Very much at your service.
I see. He hasn't, like, I'm looking at number 2, but again, the half-orc Sammy just, I don't think, would put it together. And then number 3 is interesting, to be like, just take off the disguise. Let's do it as well. But I am Sammy is usually what I've been going with. Someone introduces themselves and I'm immediately like, oh yeah, I like introducing myself. Because it's literally a pleasure to say, I am Sammy!
Charmed, I'm sure, in more ways than one. We should have a chat, you and I, but not here. This quaint little scene is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes.
Weird.
Come.
Okay. I didn't know that this could happen. This is another one of those totally new for me.
I don't like this at all.
I mean, I like that it's something new for me. Can you be more specific than somewhere?
The House of Hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy your supper. After all, it might just be your last.
See, I'm looking at 1 or 3. What makes you say that? Seems the most in line with the way I've been playing this character, but it would be kind of funny to suddenly be smart and be like, hey, are these theatrics leading anywhere? But no, I'm dense. I'm not that smart.
Call it a ninth sense.
Oh, like the 9 hells. Oh, like the 9 hells.
What's better than a devil you don't know? A devil you do.
Fuck. A Cambion.
Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably. But a savior? That's for certain.
Interesting. So a Cambion, just so you guys know, is a child of an incubus or succubus, like one of those lesser demons, and a human. So this guy, Raphael, is not even up there with like an incubus. Like it's a lesser demon, I guess. But it is half human, which I guess means he is mortal. What makes you think I need saving? I have been pretty world wary of anyone who gives me the ick, and I think a demon gives me the ick.
Come now. Why play hard to get when you're in deep over your tadpoled head? 1 skull, 2 tenants, and no solution in sight. I could fix it all like that.
Ooh. I don't want to make a deal with a devil. But I would let a devil fix it, like right away. But I don't want to make a threat that I'm going to kill him because he might take me up on that threat. And I'm still at like level 3. You're mad if you think I'll make a deal with a devil.
And what is madness but a denial?
Everybody approved of that.
Still, I have a feeling you'll change your mind before it's changed for you. Try to cure yourself. Shop around. Beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, that's when you'll come knocking on my door. Hope. Such a tease.
I mean, of
That's what
every...
separates us from the devil, soldier. They think our greatest strength is a weakness.
Everyone I have spoken to has either threatened to kill me or has said, go find someone else to find your cure. You've got Lae'zel, who's like, go to the creche. You've got Nettie, who said, go find Halsum. Now, our third person who has offered an actual solution is saying, I can do it. But he's a devil. And we literally just saw what happened to Will when he didn't follow through with his deal with his devil. Let's see. How would I find you? I'll have the last laugh in the end. I mean, the kindest and the least fightingest one of them is asking, how would I find you? But the one that says, let's close this door forever is number 3. And I don't want to close that door forever.
Watching you squirm like a tadpole.
Only because my other 2 options are not options.
Sundering skin, dissolving guts. They haven't manifested yet, have they?
Correct.
Say you're a paragon of luck.
All 20s, baby.
When it runs out.
Okie dokie. Well, that was neat. I have never seen that. I usually tell him, reveal who he is or don't talk to me at all. I also usually have Astarion in my party, and Astarion knows who Raphael is. So I have never been teleported to that other location for that conversation. And that is kind of what makes me like this game, is that even on a subsequent playthrough, there are times when you will find things that you didn't know were there.
At the back of the crevice lies a bag enfolded in the chitinous squabbling of spiders. A shiny gold coin pokes from its mouth.
A single gold coin? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I needed 4 to do it. I did it. Oh my gosh.
The creatures clutch the pouch possessively. You have no doubt a spider egg is nestled within.
We're going to look at what this is. I'm likely going to go animal handling, but I really want that bag. Ooh. See, +3 is better than +2. But I'm not that way. I'm going to do the animal handling. I'm going to try to convince the spiders to do this of their own accord. DC of 15, pretty intense. I won't get it. Dang it. And I don't have any more inspiration.
The spiders skitter about, more nervous than before.
Can I still do sleight of hand? Excellent. Okay. Again, no inspiration. We do what we do. We do it.
The spiders scatter, and you stash the bag. Something clinks among the coins.
What is it? Man, I'm getting a lot of stuff. Oh, Karlach was inspired. Yes, good call. Okay, so I've got a couple of pouches. Oh, and I've got a Mind Flayer parasite. That's right, I've got one. I've picked that up. So, pouch number 1, just golden items, and we can drop this. Because I don't want to be carrying around an empty pouch. Pouch number 2 has a spider egg sac and more gold. I can throw the spider egg sac and turn it into a weapon. And that gives me pleasure. I don't want this ribcage. I don't remember even picking it up. And then I don't think I have anything heavy, so I don't think I need to be moving stuff over to Karlach. You are empty, so please drop. And then at some point I need to go through these 3. But there's a lot of stuff in them, so I've been dragging my feet. And I'm going to continue to drag my feet. There's a chest up there, and I want it. I'm good with that. I don't usually pick up sellable items like chalices or weapons. Even though I can throw those weapons and they are useful with my character, I don't usually do it because I don't like being overburdened. I don't like inventory management, and that's a thing you gotta do all the time if you're picking up everything. Okay, well, we found a dead end, so back we go. And we're gonna save. If you were here earlier in the stream, you may have noticed that I had a total party wipe at one point. I killed everybody with one bad step. And so now I have been a little more careful to save. And my run speed is so slow.
Flowers, leaves,
grass. Can't beat it.
I was raised in the city. I'm more used to feeling cobblestones underfoot than grass and fallen leaves.
Before I went to Avernus, I'd have agreed with you. Nothing quite like Baldur's Gate, is there?
Yeah.
Nothing in my recollection, anyway.
That might also be the reason I don't usually play the Elder Scrolls titles, because I get so frustrated whenever I get over encumbered. I'm like, dang it! I don't want that! Alright, well, we found our dead guy. Checking our map, I want to kind of head downwards and look for that owlbear cave again. The question is, what do I do with that owlbear? I have messed up the owlbear interaction multiple times, and I can look it up, or I can just mess it up again. I'm going to mess it up again. I'll look it up if I play this again. This time around, we're going to, minus party wipes, we're going to live with the consequences of our actions. Just not with party wipes. If everybody dies, we are going to go. I have been thinking about an encumbrance mod for this game. Specifically, the mod that makes consumables weightless. Because I've already downloaded the gold mod. Looking at my character sheet, this should weigh about a half pound for every coin. And so I should be close to over encumbered just from my gold. And I just don't like that. I don't like that. Okay. Let's dive into this cave. All right. We've got an owlbear nest. Nothing up there. Anytime I see the pathway kind of looking as though I could go in a different direction, I kind of want to go in that different direction.
That stench. Dead owlbear prey, no doubt.
Well, no owlbear yet. Can't go to the right. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. There's our owlbear.
You feel the quake of its heavy footsteps before you see it.
I love how shocked and concerned Sammy looks almost all the time. Whoa. Come on, give it to me. Obviously, backing away is the best thing to do, but I am going to study the owlbear's behavior. That's a pretty high DC. Doesn't matter, because I got it.
The owlbear's one good eye flicks away for a moment. You follow its glance and see an owlbear cub.
Hold out your palms, because you mean no harm.
The owlbear stares, then sharply inhales your scent. It sits back, its eyes still fixed on you. A silent ultimatum. You can leave now, or step closer, and die.
The problem, my friend owlbear, is that I want to explore your cave for treasure. Because I definitely see some treasure over there. Cannot jump that way. But I see another path. So I'm going to try to do this without killing the owlbear. There is a benefit to killing the owlbear. There is one trophy that can only be gotten by killing that owlbear. And that is a trophy for petting two animals at once. One is your puppy, the other is the baby owlbear. I don't feel good about that, so I'm avoiding it until I'm ready to go platinum hunting. Then I will kill the owlbear and take her child.
Looks like a shrine to Seluna over there. There's magic keeping this chest sealed. I can feel its aura.
Interesting. Okay. Potion of animal speaking. Thank you. The war between Selûne and Shar. Just a dusty volume. I'm glad that I have Shadowheart with me, because she worships one of these two, and I can't remember who. Potion of healing, please. Scroll of detect thoughts, I'll take. Okay. The gilded chest. Ow!
This thing won't yield its contents easily.
Alright, magic users, you're up. Examine, please? Alright, it's got something called Selûne's Seal. Maybe we'll find something.
Something over there.
Thank you. Okay, Sammy, you're back up. Let's grab the prayer sheet. Nope, let's not.
Time to waste.
Shut up.
Selûnite prayer. How useful.
She did not get it. I think that means I have to pass the prayer to other people. Will, do you know?
Looks like an old prayer.
Nope, Will does not know either. Karlach, you're my last hope. I don't think Karlach's going to be able to get it. Nobody knows anything about this prayer. Alright, well, we're gonna add it to our wares. No, we're not!
This protects me.
This chest really does not want to be picked up. Okay.
Alright, what now?
So I need... I'm gonna probably end up having everyone in camp look at that prayer.
Eggshells. An unhatched one would fetch quite a price.
Where? Where? I want so badly to go over there and check things out. But I know that the owlbear will fight me as soon as I walk into her territory. But I want what's in this box. I don't know what's in this box, but how dare you have a treasure chest and not let me have it? I want what's in it. Got a lot of candles. Now I wish, and I get why, but I do wish that I could re-roll on some of these checks. But you can't do that in regular D&D. If you fail a check, you're done, and that's what they kept in this game. So I would have to pass that prayer between all of my party members in camp and be like, any of you know what this is? Excuse me. I'm so flustered, I'm burping. But I don't know what that prayer says. Maybe the prayer was going to give me the magic words to open the chest. Maybe the prayer was just going to be like, good luck, sucker. All right, we're hanging to the left. We're going to go under the bridge and check out these woods. I don't want a shield. I might go and grab that belladonna. And I guess that was it. Okay. I thought that was going to lead to more forest. I don't know anything. Now, if you are looking at the mini map with me, I think they make it pretty clear which areas you can walk on and which areas are just decoration. And I think they do that for the benefit of D&D players who have a pretty clear delineation on their paper maps as to where your token can go and where it can't. No!
Can't believe that devil just took us into the hells with a snap of his fingers. If I see him again, I'll wring his neck.
Was that the hells? How could you tell?
My engine stopped fuming for one. But even without that, I could just feel it.
And everything smelled like farts, so...
Raphael was his name, right? He's trying to lure us into a game he knows we can't win. I'm not playing. Glad you're not either.
Karlach, I want to give you a big hug, but you would burn my face off if we did. Okay. We are going to leave it here. We're going to cross this bridge and look for that infernal iron. Again, we are skipping this one because we don't want to tell Zevlor that he's got to leave. We're going to try to find Halsam first. And then I don't know how to fix this particular quest. Maybe if I had not gone after Sylphie, I would be able to do it. But as we can't deal with it, we can't deal with it. So when we come back, we're gonna work on that infernal iron. And that's going to be the way we go. If you have enjoyed yourself watching the live show, why don't you hit that follow button? We're 13 away from hitting the goal of 100 followers. If you have been here before and you are enjoying yourself, you can support the channel in multiple ways. One is by sharing with your friends and telling them to come and join us. Another way is to hit the subscribe button. If you are sitting on a Prime membership, just click that button above my head and you can click that button and it'll spin that Prime membership on me and get us closer to our subscriber goal of 10. In terms of programming, I'm going to switch Monster Hunter World to next Thursday. So we're going to go Monday through Thursday with Baldur's Gate, and then I'm going to give Monster Hunter World one more shot on Thursday, see if I can catch the vibe, see if I can start to enjoy it. But we'll find out. What else is left? Ah, yes! If you're watching in the future on YouTube, make sure to hit that like and subscribe buttons. If you want to leave a comment, go for it. Let me know if we should be using more mods, less mods, if there are specific mods you like. Let's figure that out. Let me know in the comments, and I will probably respond to it. If you're into audio-only podcasts, check out mine. It's called Potato Chip Pictures. New episodes every Friday, and our episode tomorrow is going to be on Octopussy. It is certainly a movie, and I would love for you to hear what we have to say about it tomorrow. All right, my dudes, this is my Friday. It's Thursday for everybody else in the world, but I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow, so I'm heading out for the week. I will be back on Monday with more Baldur's Gate 3. I hope to see you guys then. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye!